It's the most wonderful time of the year.
'Tis the season
to tell you how much you mean to us.
May your holidays be
merry, bright,
and everything nice.
Happy holidays from all of us, the young and the restless.
Wife, what are you doing?
Isn't it obvious? I'm cooking!
You know how?
All right, Soapies, welcome back to the channel, and grab your tea, your snacks, or whatever you need to emotionally support you, because today's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful had me pacing around my living room like I was the one being dragged into a Forrester board meeting. Yeah, we got to get into it because the mess overflowed today. I'm going to give you a few highlights and then we'll unpack everything. First, we have the situation where poor Eric is really trying to stick around. He's not ready to be put out to pasture. However, Ridge is like, yeah, go right off into the sunset. Wow, Ridge. We also got Donna trying to put her sister Brooke on notice about the exact same thing. And I'm telling you, she already got Katie, what we saw a couple of days ago, not too happy with Brooke. And now Donna, Brooke, I'm telling you, you wanted to be at the top. Well, here you go. And you can't blame the other Forrester women for this. And then finally, switching gears, we got this situation with Sheila trying to get into good graces with Deke. She want to go to Hope's wedding. Yeah, okay, good luck with that. And then we got Deacon saying, hey, I'm stopping by to see Taylor. We got to get dirty. And I don't think that means how it sounds, but yeah, he got some conversation to have with Taylor. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and unpack the drama. So we open up over at Forrester Creations where Eric Forrester, yes, the Eric Fashion Daddy Emeritus King of Silk and Moral Lectures, stroll into that office with the confidence of someone who has never been told no in his entire couture-filled life. Now, he looks around like he's ready to reclaim his throne, his desk, and probably his parking spot while he's at it. And instantly you can feel Ridge's blood pressure rising. He hasn't even said a word yet, and he's already stressed because he knows his father didn't come just to admire the drapes. So Eric basically steps in and like, hey son, scoot over, Papa's home and I want to get my design job back. And Ridge reacts like somebody just took the last almond milk out the refrigerator. I mean, he's trying to keep it calm and respectful, but the eye twitching, the deep breathing, yes, Soapies, he's fighting for his life, trying not to scream. Ridge started talking to him like he's 137 years old. Dad, the stress, the health issues. We just want you to rest. And Eric says, rest? Never heard of her. Meanwhile, Eric starts monologuing about purpose, legacy, creativity, the whole inspirational Hallmark speech package with the undertones of, I am not going gracefully into retirement and you can't make me. Now you can tell that this man misses the sketching, the spotlight, and the chaos of that office more than Donna misses a honey bear. And speaking of Donna, let's cut to her and Brooke doing what they do best, whispering dramatically in a corner about other people's lives like two well-dressed Greek goddesses of gossip. Donna is over it. She thinks Ridge is being unreasonable. She thinks Eric deserves to waltz back into Forrester Creations like the prodigal couture king he is. And Brooke, oh Brooke, is trying to be balanced, but you know that woman loves a good father and son rivalry. She's practically breathing it in like aromatherapy. Back in Ridgeland, the man is torn. You can actually see the emotional math that he's doing. On one hand, it's his dad, the legend, the reason that the building even exists. On the other hand, Ridge likes control more than Bill Spencer like black shirts and melodrama. Letting Eric come back means giving up some of his power. And Ridge is allergic to surrender. You can practically hear his inner voice saying, why can't you just be a decorative grandfather and enjoy retirement? But Eric is not here for an ornamental life. Oh no, he makes it very clear he's still breathing, still sketching, still fabulous, and absolutely not vacating his company chair. The determination, the sparkle in his eye, you can see it coming from space. Ridge is, quietly trying to politely tell him no, and Eric keeps politely ignoring the fact that Ridge is even speaking. And honestly, you gotta, think about this. This man is looking around with everything moving around him. He's not ready to be put out to pasture. And the question is, what is he going to do next? So now let's swing over to Ir Giardino, where we got Deacon, Sheila, and his son, Deke. And of course, they're talking about Thanksgiving and who spent time with who. And in the meantime, we got this whole thing with Sheila trying to convince Deke that she's a changed person and that, look past my past. And he's like, yeah, that's going to be hard to do even with shades on. And she's pleading because she wants to go to that wedding that's coming up between Hope and Liam. And she wants to call themselves family, Deke, Hope, her, and Deacon. Yeah, well, you forgot about Invisibeth, because Invisibeth has already put you on the do not enter list. So unless you can get past that list, Sheila, I don't think you're going to be going to that wedding. And finally, let's swing over to Taylor's office, where we see Deacon joining her, and he jokes that she must be tired of digging into his mind. She says she liked digging. Okay. He was like, well, get your shovel, lady, because you're about to get dirty. And then they talk about his marriage, how positive he is, and she reluctantly says, yeah, that's good. He admits that his kids, though, aren't embracing his wife. And he adds Sheila is, however, grateful to Taylor for saving that marriage. She's like, I'm not going to take credit for it, but I'm happy for the two of you. Does he think Sheila would ever be accepted by his family? That's a good question. And according to him, he's not sure that the kids can forgive her after what happened with Luna. The only thing that happened with Luna is she kept that secret. The biggest problem was Bill pardoning this girl, which caused a string of events, and Miss Lee Finnegan bringing this person back to life and keeping her away from prison. Yeah, but nobody has said anything. Everybody's silent on that fact, but you want to point the finger at Sheila. She kept a secret. Anyway, not saying that it was wrong, but I think the weight of gravity belongs elsewhere. Anyway, they talk about Hope's upcoming wedding. And he wants to think Hope would want her there, but she might not get an invitation. Like I said earlier, Invisibeth already took that invitation. And of course, that could leave Sheila devastated, according to him. And I don't know what Deacon expects Taylor to do about that, but I think maybe Deacon should have a conversation with Sheila to not get her hopes up too high, because even though she's pleading with Deke, she's probably going to plead with Hope. The question is, the officiant of the wedding, which is Invisibeth Logan / Spencer, already barred her from the wedding. So good luck with that one, Sheila. Okay, so there you have it. Let me know what you guys think about the whole situation between Eric and Ridge. Obviously, Eric is wanting to stick around. He loves designing. He was the founder of that company. In my opinion, I think he should make an executive decision. He is a majority stockholder alongside Steffi Forrester. And in my opinion, you talking to the wrong person. You might want to give Steffi a call, and I think Steffi probably would be more than happy to have her granddad there to design. He's not trying to run the CEO office. He just want to design dresses. At least give him a pad and a pen and let him get to it. Then we got Donna and Brooke. Oh boy, like I said, Katie is already giving Brooke a side eye. And now here comes Donna. I don't know, your problems are not with the other Forrester women. It's with your sisters now. Good luck with that, Brooke. And then finally, we got this situation when it comes to Sheila. Sheila wants to go to that wedding. She's trying to get in the good graces of Deke. And in that conversation between Deacon and Taylor, do you guys think he's going to ask Taylor to talk to Hope and Deke to persuade them to allow Sheila to be a part of this big She-Con family? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Let me know your thoughts. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you're notified every time a video is posted. Till the next one, we'll see you all soon. Happy holidays, Soapies.